No, the wife would absolutely not be considered an independent witness under Queensland law or Queensland Police Service QPS protocols, and the husband's actions constitute several distinct criminal offences. The specific legal reality of how both the husband, person A, and the wife would be viewed by the police and the courts in this scenario is outlined below. 1. Why the wife is not an independent witness. In any legal proceeding, an independent witness is defined as a person who has no personal connection to the parties involved and no personal or financial interest in the outcome of the case. Inherent bias. Because she is married to person A, the law views her as having an automatic conflict of interest and an inherent bias to protect her husband or support his financial demands. She missed the event. If she only turned up in the final minutes or after the fact, she cannot provide eyewitness evidence about how the altercation started. She cannot speak to the provocation, who struck the first blow, or the unlawful entry. She can only testify to what she saw at the very end. Police classification, the QPS, will record her statement because they are required to gather all available accounts, but on their brief of evidence, she will be flagged as an associated witness or a complainant-aligned witness. Her credibility will be heavily scrutinized, and a magistrate or jury would give her testimony very little weight compared to objective evidence, like CCTV, audio recordings, or a completely random bystander. 2. Legal analysis of person A, the husband. Based on the details provided, person A is not a victim of an assault. He is a trespasser committing a series of serious offences under the Criminal Code Act 1899, QLD. Unlawful entry/trespass. Entering a private property without permission to demand money is unlawful. The moment he was told to leave and refused, he became a trespasser. Demanding property with menaces, extortion. Turning up to someone's private home demanding money for alleged damages, with zero evidence, and using physical aggression or intimidation to back up those demands, is a severe felony in Queensland. Under Section 414 of the Criminal Code, demanding property with threats carries heavy maximum prison sentences. Provocation and initial assault. If person A then initiated a physical attack, he is the primary aggressor. 3. The right to defend your property and person. If someone enters your private property unlawfully to extort or attack you, Queensland law gives you strong protections. Defence of dwelling. Section 267. You are legally allowed to use necessary force to prevent a person from unlawfully entering your home, or to remove a trespasser who refuses to leave. Self-defense. Section 271. If person A attacks you on your property, you are legally entitled to return force to defend yourself, as long as the force you use is not intended to cause death or grievous bodily harm, unless you reasonably fear for your own life. How to protect yourself from their narrative. Because person A and his wife are likely attempting to construct a false narrative for the police, where he is the victim and she is his witness, you need to break their narrative with objective facts. 1. Demand police check for CCTV/audio. If you have a doorbell camera, security cameras, or if you manage to record any of the interaction on your phone, secure that footage immediately. Objective digital evidence completely destroys a biased witness's story. 2. Highlight the lack of evidence. Point out to the police that person A came to your home with zero evidence of his claims, refused to leave your private property, and used intimidation. 3. Point out the wife's absence. Ensure the police log the exact time the wife arrived. If she arrived late, state clearly to the police: "She did not see how this started. She was not here when her husband unlawfully entered my property and attacked me."
Exactly.
4. Press charges. You have the right to insist on a cross-complaint. You can request that police investigate person A for trespass, stalking/intimidation, extortion, and assault.